5 shorts because I want to make a long form video, but I don't have any ideas for a long form video, so I decided to do this. Enjoy. Have you ever caused property damage? Because I have. Let me explain. For this story, we're gonna have to go back. Way back. Yeah, too far back. Yep, that's better. So anyway, it was just a normal day. My parents decided to go to the mall. While walking around the mall, my mom saw a dress on a mannequin that she really liked. So they walked into the store trying to find the dress. Oh, just to clarify, I'm supposed to be in a stroller, but my older brother got tired, so he was in the stroller while I was just walking around. Yeah, nothing bad what happened with the 3-year-old child just walking around doing whatever he wants. So anyway, when my parents were looking at the clothes, they saw me walking over to the mannequins. And putting 2 and 2 together, you'll probably see where this is going. So they tried to grab me before I could do anything bad. But when they finally caught up, it was like that when I got here. So yeah, that's how I caused property damage. And you might be wondering what my parents did when they saw this. Well, they'll do what any other responsible parent would do. Grabbed me and booked it out of there. And you might be wondering what the mall said about that. Absolutely nothing, because the mall closed down. So yeah, that's the time I caused property damage. And if you excuse me, I'm gonna go back to my timeline. Dang it. Have you ever taken care of a dog for somebody before, but then accidentally lost that dog? Well, that didn't happen to me, but it did happen to somebody else. Let me explain. So my mom's boss wanted us to take care of her dog for a little while she was going on a trip. And obviously, we said yes. So the first few days were alright, taking care of the dog, walking the dog, feeding the dog. We were doing a pretty good job for our first time. Then my mom got a text message from the owner of the dog that said, "Hey, can you text me a picture of the dog, please?" My mom didn't think much of it. Maybe she just wanted to see how the dog was doing. So my mom sends a picture of the dog to the owner, and the owner texts back saying, "Oh, okay, so he's not lost." Okay? Apparently, somebody else lost their dog, and their dog looked exactly like her dog. But don't worry, the owner wasn't completely freaked out her whole trip, because she realized that the dog on the missing poster didn't have something that her dog did have. A heart-shaped nose. You see, her dog had a heart-shaped nose. The other dog didn't have a heart-shaped nose. Man, you know you're a good pet owner when you know those little tiny details about your pets. So anyway, she came back from a trip, we gave her dog, she gave us a pizza, and everything turned out great. She gets a dog, and we get a hot meal. And to the owners that lost their dog, I really hope you found your dog. Alright, video over. So did anyone else go to karate class because the brother got bullied in middle school, so your mom signed him up for karate lessons, but then after that she also signed you up too? If yes, welcome to my world. So yeah, I went to karate class for like a year, and I want to tell you guys about it. So yeah, when my mom signed me and my brother up to go to these karate lessons, it happened in the middle of the night. Nothing suspicious about that. So the first day was nice and easy. We mainly just played games the whole day. I will go more in detail with the games in my next short. But anyway, I thought the next day would be just as fun. Oh boy, was I wrong. We did jumping jacks, we did pull-ups, we did push-ups, we did it all. We did so much, in fact, that I can't even fit it into one short. So expect more karate stories. Welcome to Karate Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, I totally recommend it, but you don't need to watch Part 1 to understand what's happening here in Part 2. So Part 1 was the introduction. Now, let's talk about the games. The first game we played was a little game called Mat Ball. Mat Ball is just like dodgeball, but instead of rubber balls, it was mats. Come to think of it, I don't think my teacher ever washed those mats. Anyway, on to the next game. Next game is called Dodgeball. And you might be thinking, wasn't that the last one? No, that was Mat Ball. This is Dodgeball. Keep up. So, these are the rules about Dodgeball. There's one person on the left and another person on the right, and everybody else is in the middle. The person on the left and the person on the right had to throw the ball back and forth until there's one person in the middle. Pretty easy, right? So yeah, a massive yoga ball hurtling at you at 10 speeds. That like Indiana Jones a few times. So yeah, those are just some of my favorite karate games. Part 3, anybody? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, this isn't working. Welcome to Karate Part 3. I'm not going to waste any more of your time, so let's get right into it. My karate teacher handcuffed me. Let me explain. It was just a normal day in karate class. We're all getting ready to go home. Me and my brother said goodbye to our karate teacher. That's when my karate teacher stood up and started walking right towards us. Then suddenly my karate teacher grabbed my arm and slapped a pair of handcuffs on him. Yo, whoever said it was me, they're lying. He then told me it was because I stepped on his nice, clean mats. You're kidding, right? I didn't say that straight to his face because I didn't want to do any push-ups, but I saw it. So yeah, my karate teacher put my hands behind my back and told me that he wouldn't let me go until I said I was sorry. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I was just a kid. Psst, hey, I got an idea. Maybe you could say you're sorry. Yeah, nah, I got a better idea. So yeah, I started pushing my hands back, and that's when my arms came loose, and I started booking it to the door. Whoa. So anyway, me and my brother hopped into my dad's car, and we drove off. And if you're wondering what my karate teacher thought about that the next day, he didn't really say anything. I have two theories why he didn't say anything. One, he just didn't care. Or two, he just didn't care. But anyway, that was the time I got handcuffed. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to continue meditating. Breathe in, breathe out.